fans, we're here now with Coach Stanton. Coach, want to introduce yourself?
I'm Coach Pete Stanton, a football coach at Dickinson State.
All right. It's been a while since we've heard from you. A lot has happened. You want to explain kind of the interesting dynamics starting the year on August 22nd?
Well, it was one of those things this year where we had a hard time finding a game. Northern Montana wanted to play, and so did we, but we couldn't play that first weekend in September, and we kind of went round and round trying to find a game, and we couldn't, neither of us could really find one that weekend, and so we decided to come back and start on a common date so we wouldn't have to start so early.
Sure.
Ended up playing on the 22nd.
Worked out all right?
Yeah, it did. You know, it was we had a good fall camp. You know, it wasn't as long, but I thought we still were able to get a lot of our normal things in, and also by playing our first game, not playing on school, we were able to get a lot of things done that week,
Sure.
and we did that. And of course, had a beautiful fall camp except for the day of the first game, and that our guys really handled that weather well. It was a windy, cold day, and just a really good win for us to come out, start the year off, and play good on both sides of the ball. And I think the big thing with the conditions like that is, you know, you got to take care of the ball, and you got to worry about the special teams with all the different bounces out there. And those are the two things that we really handled well. We didn't have any turnovers. We didn't have bad snaps from Wolfmeyer and from Colton. Snapping on the long snaps.
Sure.
And that was huge.
Yeah, the fans, I know, kind of used to that weather by now. We're a Western North Dakota school. Some of the new guys, it might have been a rough introduction, but that's what it's going to take to win in November, in the end of the year.
Yeah, I thought our guys really blocked that out well, and we just didn't have issues with that. We just competed hard and played hard and really did some nice things in the game.
We'll briefly touch on kind of your homecoming of sorts down in Rocky. How did that go for you?
Well, you know, we did some good things. You know, I guess the number one thing that stood out with our team in that game is we played hard. And on both sides of the ball, we played hard. And you know, the Cards just didn't ball in the score. I think there was a few things early. We had some opportunities early where we got some first downs, and we were inside the 5-yard line 2 different times, and ended up with a couple field goals, and that was critical because we got into halftime, and it's still a 10-6 score, and we didn't get a couple in there. But I also thought, from the second, third quarter defensively, we just didn't do a good enough job of getting out the field and first down. We didn't hold them to second and short and third and short. They were in too many. There were too many second short situations, and that hurt us on defense. And they got a very, very good team, and McCullough, the receiver, is one of the best in the country as well.
The team fought back. Could have ended a little earlier than it did. Showed some fight, making it close at the end with the ball there. Gotta leave you pretty positive about the future.
Yeah, like I said, I think our number one thing is our guys just played really hard. We came out of that knowing we have a long ways to go. They have a good defensive front, and we got a lot of work to do. On both sides of the ball. Rocky was good defensively, and caused us some issues where we know we got to get better in some spots. And then obviously offensively, we know as far as some of our angles and some of our tackling and some of our coverage schemes, we just know we had to get better. When you play a good offensive team, it kind of exposes some of those teams that those things you got to get better at, and that's what it did. And that's what we were able to do since then, is just really be able to sit down and evaluate where we're at and keep getting better.
Yeah, kind of an interesting time for a bye week this early in the year. Talk about how that helped as you look forward now into mainly conference season now.
Yeah, I think it worked out well to have it, when we had it, have it over the Labor Day weekend. Our guys were able to take a little time off for the Rocky game or after the game, and then we had 3 practices. We really shortened things up, went back to some fundamental things. We were able to incorporate the Jamestown game plan last week, and then we gave them 3 days off over Labor Day, just get a chance to everybody to get healed up and to spend some time with their families and that type of thing. And then we were able to come back and have some good practices this week so far and get ready for Jamestown.
All right, Jamestown's next on the docket. What gave a pretty competitive game to Valley, who's picked favorite to win the conference. So what's the word on the Jimmies?
Well, a couple of things that stand out. Jamestown has a lot of their guys back on defense. The Miller at number 53, you'll see him at linebacker. He's one of the best linebackers in the country, and they return a lot of of their guys. You know, they're going to go with that 34 look that like they usually do as well. They play hard. You know, they've kind of been snake bit with a few things this year, some breaks and things like that, but they play hard. Offensively, you know, they're using Erickson's usually their quarterback, flat play quarterback as well. Erickson hurt his shoulder a little bit, and we're prepared for either one of those guys, but they're both good quarterbacks. And we know that Lucena, their wide receiver, is one of the best in the conference as well. I mean, one thing they did against Valley City, and even though they didn't have the score against Concordia, they had a lot of yards. They moved the ball very efficiently against Valley City, and really for the most part against Concordia did just got down in a hole and actually were down inside the 10-yard line a couple different times. So we know we're going to get their very best, and we have to play our best. We had two very competitive close games with them last year, and we're expecting nothing but that this year.
All right, give the folks, not that they need any other reason to, other than Jamestown, it's supposed to be good weather, give them a reason to come out and support the Blue Hawks.
Yeah, I think you know, our guys really work hard, and I think they're going to, you know, the people that come out and watch and to our games, looks like we're going to have some good weather this week, and against a team that's been a traditional rival over the years, and a chance to watch, you know, our team, who, you know, like I said, it's a team that's really worked their tails off and worked hard, and you know, I know that the pregame atmosphere, they've got a lot of nice things going on for the family and for the fans, and it could be a good Saturday afternoon in September to come out and support a bunch of great guys on the field.
Sounds good. Let's beat the Jimmies.
All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
All right, we're here with one of our offensive linemen. You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Meyer Bond, play O-line for the Hawks, mainly center, sometimes just sprinkle me in at guard. So.
Well, we're not used to hearing from the offensive line, so you ready for this?
I'm used to this, okay, I think I can handle it though.
All right, well, we'll get right into it. Fifth year senior, are you?
You got it.
It's gotta be interesting now. You know, some of your former teammates are on the coaching staff, is that right?
A lot of them. Yeah, we got Coach Gibson, Coach Moore, Coach Keith. Who am I missing? There's quite a few. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but there's plenty of guys that I played with not too long ago that are now coaching. So.
You feel a little bit of coaching in you? Do you feel you're kind of a coach on the field in some sense, some regard as the elder statesman out there?
I think you gotta respect your position as a player. You know, so I think as far as authority goes, you gotta still know that the coaches have the first say in whatever happens. But I think the biggest role that I have is relaying things to guys that they might not understand, or repeating things to guys that coaches don't have time to deal with. You know, just the little stuff to help things move along more smoothly.
All right, what was it like with that early start, first college football game? Is that weird?
It was very weird, and I was praying to God, please don't let it be 100 degrees August 22nd. And it must have been answered because it was cold.
Yeah, you should have been a little more specific on the other end of the spectrum.
Exactly.
No, it was interesting weather, but grind it out. Fun to watch. Must have been fun to get out there with the new team.
Well, I mean, first of all, you're so used to playing in the heat through those 2 days earlier in August, earliest I've ever started. And then you go to that, so you kind of have that advantage going already as, oh, I feel great, you know, it's cool, I'm going to be doing a good job. And then there was a lot of hype before the game, you know, it was big time season opener. You know, I've been wanting to, you know, beat Havre at our season opener for a long time. You know, so everyone in town was talking about it, everyone was talking about this game 3 weeks out. You know, now no one knows who we play in 3 weeks, so it's one of those things. So it was super exciting.
Sure, got that first win under your belt, first time we've won a season opener in a while. Unfortunately, weren't able to come out victorious in Billings, but it sounded like and looked like a lot of good things happened there. Do you want to kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, well, first of all, with winning that game, it did have some good effects and it had some bad effects. First of all, it boosted our confidence. That's a good effect. Some bad effects is I think it made us overthink ourselves as a team when it came to playing Rocky. So as we developed and as we started getting ready for that game, I think we made it bigger than what it was. You know, so there's good things to take from it, bad things to take from it. With the Rocky game, I'm glad we had that game because it taught us how are we going to respond when things aren't going our way. How are we going to respond to adversity, and how are we going to adjust? And there was times during the game where we adjusted well, and there was times during the game where we fell apart. But that's something you can take from and learn immediately from.
Sure.
So
You had that bye week on those lines. Kind of had to sit on that loss a little longer than usual. Use it as a little bit of motivation heading into this week.
yeah, for sure. I tried from day one, going into that bye week, just get the loss out of our heads.
True.
That's not anything we want to dwell on. Football's always about playing the next play. And so we really just focused on, you get a week like that, you focus on the stuff that you forget about sometimes. Your technique, your fundamentals, just all the little things that help a team coerce, just become a better unit. So
Jamestown. Enough said there. What are your thoughts at and played them quite a few times now in your career? What's coming for the Gyms?
I'm always ready to smash pumpkins. That's the first thing. And we've developed enough history with them that we can look at a lot of different things that they've done on film. As far as I've seen on film so far, they're going to be running the same defense they've been running for as long as I've been playing against them. So that makes preparation easier. Another big part of it is getting our scouts to be able to play like them so we can adjust to some of their tendencies, some of the things they do. They're a really tough team when it comes to they like to pinch and they like to scrape their backers over top. They like to play games on the edges with their tackles and ends. So as far as offensive line goes, we've really been studying and working on that to make sure that we're ready for Saturday.
All right, now take a step back and reflect on the 5 years here. What's probably one of your fondest memories, or kind of something you always smile about when you look back and will continue to smile on years down the line?
Football is one of the funnest sports. For me, I love football. But the relationships that you build with guys throughout the years are something that you just never forget. There's guys that I'm going to play with 1 year that I still talk to all the time because, you go to war with someone on the gridiron like that, you build a strong friendship. And so, all the stuff that you go through on the field, just, you can't beat it, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen losing seasons, I've seen people at their worst, I've seen winning seasons, people at their best, but it's all about that relationship with your teammates. That's really been the highlight for me, I would say.
All right, give the folks a reason to come out Saturday afternoon and watch the Pumpkin Smash it.
If you want to have fun, if you want to see the Blue Hawks flying around, soaring, getting the job done, and playing a fun, good football game, there ain't any reason to come.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock Saturday.
Let's take care of business.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Meyer. Welcome back to Hawk Talk, Blue Hawk fans. We're back here now with our head cross-country coach. Want to introduce yourself, Coach?
Sure. Ben Schroyer, head cross-country coach, assistant track coach here at Dickinson State University.
All right, Coach. Just this last week, I know we had an event right over our shoulder here at the BAC. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we started. I guess unofficially started our racing season this past Thursday night. We had a team time trial here on the track on Thursday night here under the lights. So got us in the groove and going here this Friday, which is September 11th. We do got our first official race at Minnesota State Moorhead. So that'll really get our season going. But time trial went well. Everybody performed up to expectations, and we got some good racing in here within our team, and got things going. So
sure. Pretty high expectations on both sides, but definitely on the men's side, preseason favorites in the North Star. How do you feel about that as coach? Obviously a sign of good things to come, but a little bit of pressure going into the season.
Yeah, we're excited. We got numbers this year, so that helps, to an extent. We got some people coming back last year that didn't run. They were, either redshirting or had some things going on. So we brought some people back this year that we didn't have last year. That's going to give us a boost to our team. And and obviously their preseason rankings are preseason rankings. Sure. That was before anybody raced, and so we'll see where we're at this Friday when we go to Moorhead and go from there. But from what the other coaches are seeing, on paper and what we brought in, as far as freshmen and transfers and things like that, it's exciting to see that the other coaches in our conference and across the country are kind of recognizing that we might have a pretty decent team here this year. And as a coach, I'm optimistic and kind of expect the kids to kind of live up to those expectations and have a good season. So we'll see how it goes. So.
Sure. Do you want to take a chance to talk about some of the newcomers?
Yeah, sure.
Fresh faces.
Yep. For the guys' side, we got 3 new athletes on the guys' side this fall. They're all freshmen, actually. 2 from Montana. One gentleman's out from Sheridan, Montana area, Twin Bridges High School, where he's from. And then another kid out from Anaconda, Montana. So both from the western part of the state. And then I do have a new freshman coming in this fall that's here from in town in Dickinson. So that rounds out the men's team as far as newcomers. Like I said, we got 3 guys back this year on the men's team that didn't run last fall, whether it was injury or they redshirted or had some eligibility issues last year. So that's really a 6-guy swing there that we didn't have last year on our team, and puts us at 9 this year on the men's squad. So should be pretty solid. We've got 2 seniors graduating on the men's side. So.
Solid foundation for the future.
Yep.
I know Aiden comes back, high finisher with the North Star Frontier mix. Also on the girls' side, we have Austin, who won the North Star side of things. You want to talk about her and talk about the girls' squad a little bit?
Yeah, awesome. Austin was obviously our individual national qualifier last fall as a freshman, so she was the lone runner that got to nationals for us and did a great job, obviously coming in and transitioning to college running and the volume and the workouts that we do here. So yeah, she was our qualifier, and looked for her to qualify again this fall, whether it's individually or as a team, which is what we're wanting to do on the women's side. So, yeah, she leads our group, and Stormy Sickler will be another top runner for us. She's a senior on our squad this fall from here in town from Dickinson. So she's finishing out her collegiate athletic eligibility this fall. She finished track last spring, so she's got just this fall semester to give it all she's got for cross country. So, so those 2, Ashley George is taking some time off right now, which is, she got married actually this past weekend, so she does have a new last name, but she was one of our top runners last year as well. She's going to have some time off here to get back from some things there that she's working with, and if we can get her back in the lineup, that'll really boost our women's team for sure. And then we got 4 new girls on the squad this fall, 2 freshmen. Both from actually the eastern part of Montana. One's from Glasgow and the other one is from Billings. So those 2 ladies, Brittany and Amanda, they should come in, and I would assume would be within our top 5 here pretty quick this fall for us. And then we had 2 transfer freshmen from Bakersfield, California, come in. 2 girls from out at Bakersfield College, so they'll be pretty solid there in our lineup as well. So and then also on the women's team, Margaret Martinez, she's back, which last year she was back for the first time. A lot of people here in town know her story and the accident and what she went through a couple years ago when she was hit by a car. So she's back with us again this fall, and actually a little stronger than what she was last year because she's had a full year of training now, and it's got more base under her to get right into the lineup. So we're excited to see what she can do. She's actually a senior with Stormy this year, so we got 2 women on the women's side that are graduating. So. And I believe that's, trying to count up here, I think that should be 7 for us on the women's side. So that's what we got right now, is right at 7 ladies. So 8 when Ashley gets back in the lineup. So excited for the women's side. Our women's team's never qualified for nationals, so obviously that's one of our goals this fall. To qualify, you got to win our conference championships, which this year, we do have our own conference meet this year. So that's something new that we'll be racing against the schools in our area, in our region. So. And from the men's side as well, that's really our team goals this fall, is to get to nationals and not only get teams. If we get individuals there, we get teams there as well. So very optimistic, but it all comes down to November 7th when we run on conference that day. So.
Alrighty, well, team goals, met all the athletes. We'll check up with you throughout the season.
Awesome.
Good luck this Friday.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us. Yep, thank you.
All right, we're here now with one of our senior athletes that Coach Schreier talked about. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Stormy Sickler. I run cross country and finished my senior year track last spring, but finishing up cross country now this fall.
All right, have you always been a distance runner, or is this kind of a new thing?
I kind of have always been a little bit of middle distance and distance, but in track this last year I was kind of more of a sprinter. I got through in a bunch of short events, and now I'm kind of coming back into the 5K race, and it's kind of exciting. So.
Is the adjustment going well? Are you excited to get out there Friday?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. We're actually, this Friday we're racing a 4K, and that's what I used to do in high school, so it's just like old times, and I'm really excited. I'm excited for the whole team to get out there and have a good time.
How's the team gelling? You know, a couple different newcomers from different areas.
Yeah, we're doing, it's amazing how well we're doing. It's awesome that we have a whole team this year. I know last year and the year before even we struggled for numbers, and it's just amazing that we have 7 solid runners and we all can train with one another. We all mesh really well. So I think our size and our performance is going to be really well.
All right, you were able to erase the long drought on the girls' outdoor track and field conference drought. Is that the same goal this year?
That's what we're hoping. Yeah, I just saw the banners hung up this morning actually at 34 years for the conference championship, and that's what we've never been to nationals as a team for the women's side, so it'd be pretty amazing if we could do 2 incredible things like that in one year.
Sure.
Get the team there.
You're a Dickinson local athlete, so what's it been like, you know, spending these last 5 years as a Blue Hawk?
It's been pretty awesome. It's cool that my roots are in Dickinson and everyone knows, you know, who I am. They see me running, and I'll get a few texts every once in a while. Oh, I saw you running, or I'll go into some place and say, oh, we saw your team out and running, excited for you for the season to get going. So it's kind of awesome. A lot of hometown support, and the community loves talking to us and hearing about our season. So it's really amazing to have been here my entire career.
All right, as you round out your last season, give the fans probably your fondest memory or a funny story from your time as a Blue Hawk.
Ooh, that's kind of hard. Honestly, my fondest memory would be winning conference last year. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the group of girls that we had and the amazing efforts. We had girls doing events that they never trained for. We just did it to get points, and I have goosebumps right now thinking about it because it was such an amazing experience to do that with a team and get our name out there and be something.
Alrighty, well hopefully we can do the same thing.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
Cross country, good luck Friday and throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.